Hey everyone, so today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video. I can't really remember the last time that I did something like this, if I've ever really even done something like this before, but I'm sure you can tell from the title that this is a little bit of a different video. We're not going to be going through planners. It is a little bit planner related, and it's a little bit just kind of consumer related. So let me pull up my notes so I can make absolutely sure that I'm not forgetting any points that I wanted to make in this video. So unless you've been kind of living under a rock here lately, or if you're not just, you know, really informed about the beauty community or anything, Kat Von D, if you don't know who she is a very famous tattoo artist and does all kinds of different things. And she also has a cosmetic line. And if you watched any of my old videos, you know that I've been using Kat Von D for the better part of 10 years now. So here recently, she's pregnant, she just got married, everything like that. On her personal Instagram page, she announced that she was going to be raising her child vegan. She is a vegan, and her products have always been dubbed cruelty-free and vegan. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a backstory. So not only is she going to be raising her child vegan, but she has also decided not to vaccinate her child. I'm not really going to throw my opinion out there about that issue in particular, because I feel like it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of bearing on this video, because this video is mainly going to be kind of a question to you all. So I would love to read your comments, your thoughts, everything about this issue. Okay, so the reason I'm telling you this is just to kind of illustrate a point: is innocence bliss, or ignorance is ignorance bliss. When I first got into the planning community, I didn't really even think to do a whole lot of research on Etsy shops or anything like that. And there was a shop that I purchased from several times. I loved their stickers and everything like that, until one day their shop went on vacation and just never came back out. So I was like, oh, okay, that sucks. But I'm sure there's plenty of other shops out there, and of course there was. So I began to purchase from many different shops. And then one day towards the end of the year last year, I believe, I noticed that her shop was taken off of vacation mode. There was a name change. I'm not going to mention what the shop's name is. I'm not here to bash anyone. And I was like, oh, cool, you know, they're back. Awesome. So while I was looking and everything, a few posts popped up in PGW, which is Planners Gone Wild. And so I was scrolling through, and then I see the shop, and I'm like, oh Lord, because there was a post that someone had made about this shop saying that they were going under a new name now, that the owner had been very sick and everything like that. It was a warning post to all of the members, and I'm just thinking to myself, what did this shop owner do? And as it turns out, this shop owner was stealing artwork. So as sad as it made me, I made the decision to not purchase from that shop anymore, to not support someone who steals artwork. Because if you know anything about any kind of artwork or anything like that, it is a very, very big problem. People will regularly steal artwork, whether it's for them to resell or to use on their blogs, everything like that, and not give proper, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they won't properly credit the artist, or they will just say that it is their own. And so copyright and terms of use and things like that are a very big problem in the planning community. So I had this thought, and I was just kind of like, wow, if I had not seen this, and it wasn't like I was doing any research or anything like that, it was just a post I had seen. And I had actually been planning on purchasing from the shop. I was super excited that they were back and everything like that. So it really bummed me out. And it was just kind of sad, but at the same time, I didn't really blame myself for purchasing from this shop because I did not know. I didn't know what was out there. I didn't even think to review sticker shops because I had no idea of the shadiness that happens with these sticker shops. So that's kind of my whole point of this post. Is ignorance bliss? Going back to the Kat Von D thing, I saw another post in PGW about this kind of an issue where some of the more well-known members in that group were talking about that it's sometimes difficult to make purchases because they feel like they have to go and research and try to dig, and they can end up spending a great deal of time trying to research different shops and see if they're stealing artwork or if their values and morals do not align with them and everything like that, and you end up spending a lot of time doing research than actually just filling up your cart and purchasing. I myself, I believe that it is a really important thing to do research. And for big purchases like notebook covers and things like that, really high dollar items, to me, I do my research because of course we want to be well-informed consumers, and I would say definitely do your research. If you're, if it's planner related, then, try and see if there's any YouTube videos out there about this particular thing that you're wanting to purchase, or join planner groups. Do your research, because there was a company that really blew up last year, or maybe it was the year before. It might have been the year before. I cannot remember. But there were, they were high dollar notebook covers, and people were investing quite a bit of money to purchase these covers, up to $100, and their shipping times were not within the bounds of what was given for on the receipts, and some people ended up not getting their notebooks all together. So it was a very disappointing thing for many consumers that purchased from that company. So I would say if you are looking to buying something that is a very high dollar item, definitely do your research. And before I purchase anything in the cosmetic world, I still do this. I still do my research, because if it's one of those really cheapy items, like if I'm going to Walmart and just needing to buy something, then I don't really take a lot of care in doing proper research before I purchase, because to me, you know, it may be $5, and I'm willing to let that go. If it's a crap product, then I just kind of think to myself, okay, I just paid $5 for it. But if it is a $50 product and it's something that I'm not familiar with, if it's a brand I'm not familiar with, anything like that, I do make sure I do my research before I purchase. So let's see. Discuss the sticker shop. Okay, so yes, I would say it's important to research, but kind of the point of that post in PGW was, at what point does doing your research go too far? Is it going too far to put, you know, hours upon hours of research into a shop? Or how much should we limit ourselves whenever we are doing research? Do we only make sure that we purchase from 100% like-minded individuals? Especially with the cat thing. Maybe not with her, because she's a little bit more open about her her beliefs and her values and things like that, obviously. But what about other brands? What about other brands where we don't really know a whole lot about the CEO? If you found out something about this company and it's a brand that you legitimately love, if their morals and values didn't really align with yours, could you set all that aside and purchase from them? Now, like I said, going back to the Kat Von D thing, I've been using that brand for 10 years now, probably. Since she launched her makeup line, I've been using it. And it is one of those brands, or it is probably the brand that I know that I can go get something and I'm going to love it. I don't really have to do a lot of research because her products have always worked extremely well for me. I use her foundation, I've used her concealer, her eyeliner, her shadow palettes, highlighter palettes, blushes, bronzers, lip products. Just about every product that she has ever put out, aside from beauty tools like brushes and things like that, I have used. And I legitimately love every one of them. So for me, if I were to stop purchasing from her, that would mean that I would, and I'm not saying whether I'm going to or whether I'm not, I'm just kind of trying to illustrate a point here. So just from that, you can tell I legitimately love this brand. And for people with my skin type that have had so many struggles with finding beauty products that work well for my skin type, I have very, very oily skin, and her brand is one of the very few where I can actually trust it to stay on and not come off. So for me to decide to not purchase from this company again, it would mean I would have to go right back to the drawing board, try to find products that work well for me, and it would mean opening up a huge door to research again. So do I do that? Or do I continue to purchase, and can I set aside my own values and beliefs and continue to purchase something that I know works for me? I think that is the biggest question that I want to ask you. I'm definitely not here to cause controversy, but just to kind of make you think, because I did see a lot of comments of people that were vegan and things like that saying, well, there goes a brand that I really love. Now I have to start researching again. And even though vegan cosmetic companies have really come up probably in the past few years, it's still really, really hard to find cosmetics that are 100% vegan and, you know, align with that lifestyle. So out of all that, that's kind of a 15-minute question roughly. What are your thoughts? Can you set your own values aside and continue to purchase from a company whose CEO or shop owner that you know is doing something that maybe not necessarily is shady, but does not align with how you believe? Or do you not support them anymore? And it's just a general comment section. So leave your opinions down below. I would love to see how you feel about this. And I hope I wasn't too terribly rambly. I tried to film this last night, but kept getting interrupted. So I'm a little off today, but it's all right. So anyway, like I said, leave your comments down below. I would love to read them. You know, we can start a discussion, everything like that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've got lots of new content coming soon, and I'm hoping to get back on a regular filming schedule. Things have been a little cray-cray around the house. Some different things have happened, and just trying to kind of get back to a normal, but it's not a bad thing. It's been a very good thing, and I may or may not explain it in a future video. I'm not really sure. So anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see for future videos, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.